Hey, welcome back to the channel. I'm JC, this is JC's Carport, and this is an electrical nightmare. Alright, well, let's get into it. Alright, so this is a 99 AU Fairlane, which I got for a song. It's unregistered. It was a car that was driven around town quite regularly. I sort of know the original owner. Yeah, sort of, I think, passed it on to his son, and he drove it for ages, and then it had electrical issues, and then it got parked up, then the rego ran out, and yeah, now it's sort of here. It was going to go to the tip, but I said bring it around, I'll have a look at it, see if I can see if it's worth spending a bit of time and money on, which is pretty much where we're at this stage. So yeah, it's not a bad rig really. I mean, it's obviously very sun fried. It's a V8. It's the Windsor, which I'll show you. Well, we'll go through the inside first. I can't open the boot up at the moment. I need two people, which I'll probably drop around at some point, get him to push the button, and I'll try and lift it up. Yeah, so yeah, oops, yeah, I mean, it's all there. I mean, I've certainly seen worse, certainly driven worse. Like I say, I can't get the boot open. It's got a few dents on it, but I'll show you the crown jewel. Let's have a look here. We've got a bar here somewhere. Alrighty, the old gas struts aren't working, surprise surprise. So yeah, here's the Windsor. Yeah, 5 litre V8. So the mission today is to try and get this thing to fire up, but sort of got told that it had key and barrel issues with the smart lock and coding and stuff, but upon further investigation, I can't even get the smart lock light to come on. It is the 5th 99, so it does have the smart lock as opposed to the smart shield, but it's still going to be quite difficult to negotiate all of that, or navigate all of that. Yeah, but I mean, you know, worst comes to worst, if I can't get this thing to run, it'll be a case of pluck the motor out and probably the gearbox and see you later. But hopefully when it doesn't get to that stage, hopefully I can get this thing to run at least, and might be worthwhile making a bit of a cruiser out of. But alright, well, what I'll do now is I'll blow the tyres up. I'll try and get in the carport, and we'll dig into these electrical issues. Smart lock 101. Yeah, not really. Right. Alright, so the state of play at the moment is I've got the car in the carport, wrestled crocodiles for half an hour. I've got the battery on, and I'll just show you what we've got so far. We've got lights, no dome light up there. Oh, I've just noticed all the tacks holding the roof lining up. They are known for that. Pain in the backside. Anyway, so yeah, so this thing apparently has had a key and barrel, but for some reason the key works in the door, so I don't know. I don't know what to change the door locks as well, but anyway, it doesn't work. It feels off and funny. I don't know what's going on there. It wants to jump out of accessories, which tells me that there's something seriously wrong with it. When you do turn it on to the run position, it wants to kick back out of there as well, and there's nothing on the dash. There's no smart lock light, there's no ignition lights. Yeah, so there's something wrong. There's no stereo. If it came up with code, it should come up with code sort of thing, and there's nothing on these air conditioning turnouts no matter what you do. But In other news, the lights work. So you get the, I don't know if you can see the headlights there, but we've also got high beams and we've also got spotlights. Yeah. Yeah, which is cool. But yeah, there's obviously some serious key issues here, which is why it was parked up. So I will. Oh. Well, there's a discovery. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, right. Well, I think we found out why the key feels funny. Alright, well that is very interesting. Alright, well I'll dig into that. See what we can find, if I can get that to work. Might be a goer. I do have an EF key and barrel. Whether it's got that smart lock visible, I can't remember, but I'll dig it out. But yeah, let me see what I can do here. Alright, so the plot thickens. I did just find the missing piece, because I just noticed on here there's just plastic, and there's all these ignition contacts obviously, which clearly you need metal to contact them with, and that's where this comes in, which fits into that plastic bit there. So the story is, I'm going to attempt to put that back together and go from there, see if I can get anything to work. I mean, at this stage now, there's still not even a smart lock light, which you'd think. I think even when the car's not on, it should still be on, at least flashing, which it's not. But anyway, so we'll reassemble this. There's a couple of techniques on the internet where I can relearn the key, relearn the fob. Yeah, I'll give that a go. But alright, let's get into that. I don't know if you can see it, but what I'm doing here is trying to get in a situation where you can see. That side's better. Don't know if that's one big blur or not. Everything's one big blur for me, but anyway. What it is, I'm going to have to remove this barrel, key and barrel. So what I'm going to do is these are, you just chisel these off. They don't take much. And you just work them out. Then when you get them out, you just they're like a blanked off anti-theft sort of bolt, I suppose. Yeah, so these are already quite loose. It's a bit hard to. I'll go back to the original sort of hammer. Don't know if you can see it or not, but yeah, I'm just. Sorry. Yeah, so they just yeah, they just sort of spin out. You've just got to be a bit patient with them. Once you get them out, it's all good. You just cut a thread in them, sort of thing. I'll probably do it with a chisel, knock a bit of a. Well, you don't cut a thread. You cut a groove for a screwdriver in them, or you can probably just find out what the thread is and replace with normal bolts. But yeah, anyway, so it's quite loose, so I'll carry on, spit up the camera there, but yeah, just wanted to show you what's going on there. So I'm just going to pull this out, reattach this. I can probably just leave it swinging and try the key, see if we get a smart lock light, and see if we get any ignition lights at all. Then I can, if I can get that to work, then I can probably try the key relearning or the fob relearning and see if we can get it to spin over. I believe your smart lock just sort of locks out pretty much the cranking and the ECU. so the fuel pump should work. If it doesn't work, well, then that won't be smart lock, that'll just be a faulty fuel pump. Yeah, it'll either just cut out the crank or it'll cut out the crank and the ECU, so yeah. Alright, I'll carry on with this, I'll get that out and we'll bring you when it's out. Alright, so I've ended up taking the whole bizzo out. I've put this back together. Yeah, it feels pretty good, it turns normally. So I'm just going to go ahead and plug it back in and plug on the power and we'll see what we got. Hopefully we've got some action. Alright, let's do that. Alright, try and set up so we can see the lights. I'll just have to give it a go. Yeah, right. So we got nothing. Nothing's changed. Though I'm interested, I did just hit a fuel pump prime, which is rather odd. I'm not understanding why there's absolutely nothing still. Does it have to be perhaps a blown fuse or something? Alright, so there's still nothing going on there. I'm going to have to do some further investigating. Obviously that being in pieces isn't the issue. There's just still no action, no dash lights at all. Yeah, alright, leave it with me. Alright, well I have played and it's by time like 2 hours later. I've got this switch in and we'll see if I've got lights. I've got the third go at this, so alright. Well, we got lights. Should I be so lucky? There's still no smart lock light going on, but we'll have a look. Okay, here we go. Holy shit! Oh, get fucked. Jesus wept, he's running. Righto. Fucking hell. Holy snapping duck shit, alright, sweet as. Jeez man, I was over it, eh? Sweet as, alright. I'm going to turn this off because I can smell varnish already. That'll gum up those injectors. Gee whiz, I'm alright, sweet, that's a bit of I better check a few other things out and yeah, I'll get a bit of reassembly happening. Still don't know, is that a radio or not? Probably not. Oh yeah, code. Oh cool. Oh, the code will be in the book with a bit of luck, which the book is there. Oh. Alright, well the fan's working. The screen's buggered of course, but oh, the clock's working. Well, that's a win. Cool. That screen's rooted. There must be an economy. Oh, okay, economy. Oh, yeah. Sweet. Yeah. Alright, well that's very good. I'll get some reassembly happening with that next ignition switch and I'll see if the gears work. We're gonna have to deal with this fuel because that smells terrible. That's only gonna bug off all the injectors. Leaving that in there, so I'm gonna have to get some clean fuel. Looks like she's just about bone dry anyway, so I might be able to pump some out. Get some fresh stuff in there. yeah, blown away. Alright, cool. I'll get a bit of stuff organised. I'll bring this back in. Alright, so back on deck. Just had some lunch. Just for the success of this, I'm just going to give it a bit of a clean off. I'm going to spoil her a bit with a bit of oil and a filter. Red stain wash, try and clean these rims up a bit, and a few other things around the joint. Yeah, first of all though, I'm going to kick it off with reinstalling the ignition barrel. I've ground these screws out, so we can use a flat blade to do those up, which I will now. Yeah, we'll get into it. There we can go. Try and get it where you can see it a bit. So if you can sort of see it there. So yeah, just in there with a screwdriver, I'll just take up the tension and I can do the steering wheel lock, which will make life easier. In a bit of a shit spot for the screwdriver. What was that? Alright, try and bring this in so you can see. So yeah, so I've just put a grind mark on top of those, and we just do it up with a screwdriver. Just hope that's in the right spot. Alright, cool. I won't worry about the cowling at this point. I'll just get this rig back together, plug it in. We can give it a wash on the birthday. Yeah. I'll just make sure everything's still working, I suppose. Oh, I've got to plug everything in. I think that went there like that. There like that. Play the game. Alright, let's just try this key again. Yeah. Alright, cool. Tidy bit of stuff up here, put some tools away. We'll wheel her out. We get some degreaser going, clean this engine. Push it back in, change some oil. And I've got to deal with this fuel. Yeah, I don't want to leave that because it's just going to gum all those gum those injectors up, which we don't want to do while it's running. Let's try and keep it running. So yeah, alright, I'll get back to you. Alright, so I've blown that down. We'll get into a bit of the old degreaser. Got a few cans here, so I'll unload. will go for gold. Pretty cheap at the auto parts stop anyway. So I do have an ABS light on, so I'll have to have a look at that system at some point. At this stage it's just fuel, oil and clean up, and we'll worry about the rest of it. Yeah, we'll make a bit of a list, cross things off the list as we go. Yeah, seeing it's running and driving now, I might put a bit of money into it, a bit of time and money into it, see what I can come up with. Might be worth spending a bit of coin on, not a great deal obviously, but you know, a little bit of coin. See if I can actually get it to a stage where registration's a possibility. If it is, I'll be right, you know what I mean, but if not, yeah, I don't know, might go skid car, see what happens. Something rather satisfying with spraying the old engine bay down with degreaser. There'll be something even more satisfying directly. I'll be cracking out a blue can, which will be good. I might grab another can, I'll hit that again, and I'll bring you in when we get the hose in. Alright, let's see how we go here. Yeah, the old power steering cap's come up. Alright, that'll do that. I'll let that dry out a bit, and I'll give it another go, I think. I reckon we can do better. Yeah. Alright, Pete, I'll bring it back in directly. Alright, so I just finished washing it. I let it dry off a bit, cranked her up, gone in some engine flush. Don't know the issue of it. Yeah, just going to do the engine flush and change the oil. So I've got to run out for 10 minutes. She's running like a, oh, there's no rattles, there's no nothing, she's just ticking along. Yeah, there's no fumes out of the filler. She's, I'm liking it, I'm really liking it, really. So 5:18 to come back at 5:28. That'll be 10 minutes. Let it cool down. Obviously, I'll probably just run it, turn it off, and probably just leave it till tomorrow. Let it sit, let it drain down, and I'll just drain it out tomorrow morning. That'll be to go. I'll probably want food to deal with the fuel. I'll just run the fuel that's on at the moment. There's bug oil in the tank, so good way to get rid of it, I suppose. Yeah, use as much as I can, and then top it up with some fresh stuff, then run some fresh stuff through it. Seems to be running alright at the moment, so maybe the fuel's not that bad, but yeah. She's a winner. I'm really happy. I got that window up too, eh? So I can get rid of this now. These are, I don't know these. I'll get rid of that. Someone slotted that on. Yeah. Alright, cool. Well, I'll probably just leave that for 10 minutes and we'll come back tomorrow and I'll change the oil. Think about the fuel. Yeah, pretty much beer time. Alright, see you tomorrow. Alright, get in here. Get this undone. No. Right, I'm trying to loosen up this filter while I'm hanging about. I did bring a rag. Alright, that's going to come off nicely, which is good. Sometimes they can be real pigs. I'll be able to do the old filter and oil catch as well, with a bit of luck. Gotta love the old, oh, that's a different one. Oh, can use a Z9, yeah, right. Yeah, gotta love the old Z9s, they're just on everything. I'm a big fan. I just bought a heap off eBay with a little hex on the back, so when they get stuck you can actually get a spanner on there. But I just bought a cheapo one for this. I wasn't sure what the state of this was going to be, so I just bought a normal one from the auto shop here. I didn't want to waste one of my good ones, but well, don't know if they're good or not, but yeah. Alright, I'll go and get that filled up. Okay, get a bit of bodge on there. Oops. Try and see where it goes. Alright, cool. Just try and see if I can mix that up. Yeah, just try the old rag. Right, that should do that. A bit of a wipe down there. A bit of a wipe down there. Well, I'll leave that drain for a bit and get that back in and we'll get some clean oil in it. Probably next thing will be a bit of a bath, I think. Might just clean it off a bit. See if I can, I bought some of that red wash, red dirt wash. Just try and clean these wheels up, get some of this clear coat off. Some of the, you know, the bubbles and shit like that, so yeah. Alright, sweet. Alright, so I'm going to kick off the wash with, I've got this Outback red stain wash, so 50 mils for a litre of water for heavily stained, which this is, so we'll give that a go and see how we go. Bit more for good measure. Got a brush, I should probably I don't know what that was, but anyway, what it is. Let's see. Oh, that's already making a difference. I don't know if you can see it, but it looks like it's already making a difference. I'm blown away by that. Wow, that's incredible. Yeah. 5 minutes worth of work, well 2 minutes worth of work. Alright, sweet, well I'll get these wheels done, then we'll go outside and give it a good old wash down. Then we'll look at hitting it with the Scotch-Brite, see if we can sort of bring it around a bit, you know what I mean. Alright, cool. Alrighty, so I got those wheels cleaned up, come up alright. Just a couple of bits there which I'll have another go at. Other than that, yeah, it's come up pretty good. So yeah, bath time now. I'll give it a spray down and a wash. Probably beer time by then. But yeah, go on with the Scotch-Brite and see what we can achieve. Alright, I won't bore you with the wash, I'll get that done and bring you the results. Alright, well it's about 2 days later and 2 days of scrubbing and washing and this and that. She's coming pretty good. I'll get it out the front, we'll have a bit of a look, but I think for now we'll just go for a quick lap around the lock. Yeah, drive, and we'll bring it back and we'll have a bit of a lamp, bit of a look at it. Alright, let's get into it. Alright. So, is it the new Bluesmobile or what? I just wanted to say that. Let's get this out of here. We'll just go a quick block in the old Fairlane here. Try not to get in too much trouble with a bit of luck. And try and make it. Big rig. Yeah, all the gear. Go. Starts, stops. What was that for? Yeah, well, she's quite nice to drive. Yeah, I can't get the windows down. It's yeah. Anyway, that's all good. But yeah, a couple of rattles. But other than that, she's going quite nice. What do you reckon, Bruiser?
Good job.
I said before, is it the new Bluesmobile or what? Yeah.
Blues bus.
Yeah. Yeah, the old Windsor's still got a bit of life in it. She's sprightly, it's good. Do you want to get one of me just driving the car fast?
Oh yeah, Rog. How do you turn off?
Oh, just... Alrighty, so yeah, so the AU Fairlane, yeah, 228,000 k's on it, still going really strong. It's a nice car to drive. Got the old patina look there, which I quite like. Well, I did the headlights too while I was at it. I think they've come up quite nicely. Got rid of the spotties, got rid of the window shield. Yeah, I don't know, I quite like the rig. It's good. Modern car patina, I think it's pretty cool. Works for me. I suppose it's each to their own, I guess. But yeah, got it for a song. Was a non-runner. Now she's a goer now, just with that key barrel being broken. But yeah, it's come up all right inside. Obviously, it's a bit rough in the interior, but I mean, it's a bit rough all around, really. But yeah, I don't know. She's a nice car. I quite like it. So yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do with it. Whether I put a bit of money into it and try and get it up on the road, or if I just, I don't know, part it out, or what. But anyway, we'll see what happens. Yeah, let us know in the comments what you think. What you do with it. I mean, if we can get it back on the road for a few $1,000s, I might. But if it's going to cost more than that, it's probably not going to be worth it. But unfortunately, we'll see what happens. It's got the ABS light always on and the anti-skid light, so I think that's a module. I think they're quite expensive, so that might kill it. But yeah, we'll see what happens. But yeah, no. So the AU Fairlane 99 model. So yeah, yeah. So thanks for watching. Yeah, another car in the fleet. Yeah, we'll see how long it lasts for, I suppose. But yeah, thanks for watching, and yeah, we'll see you in the next one. All right, catch up.